In the mood for a good old-fashioned war film? Well, today I'm going to cover 10 World War I movies for history buffs. Welcome back to the Screen Cinema. Let's get into the video. Number 10, War Horse 2011. Directed by Steven Spielberg and starring an ensemble cast led by Jeremy Irvine. In his feature film debut, War Horse tells the story of Joey, a bay thoroughbred who begins his life under the care of a British teenager before being bought by the British Army. Thus, he begins a journey throughout Europe, experiencing firsthand the horrors and complexities of war. Equal parts visceral and emotional, War Horse is an epic to the T. Sentimental, traditional, and uplifting. Like most World War I films, it takes a definitive pro-triple entente approach demonstrated by its British protagonist. The movie is a technically accomplished exploration of war throughout Europe and one of Spielberg's most shamelessly idealistic efforts.
Okay. He's my also.
Number 9, A Very Long Engagement, 2004. A Very Long Engagement is a French romantic film directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, who follows a young woman, played by Audrey Tautou, as she desperately attempts to find her fiancé who might have been killed in action. The film is based on the 1991 novel of the same name by Sebastian Japrasot. Number 8, Testament of Youth, 2014. Based on the memoir of the same name by Vera Brittain, Testament of Youth tells the story of Vera, a headstrong young woman who abandons her studies at Somerville College and leaves her traditional family behind to become a war nurse. The film stars Alicia Vikander as Vera, and the cast also includes Kit Harington, Colin Morgan, and Taron Egerton. A quintessential British period piece, Testament of Youth might not add anything new to the crowded and well-defined genre. However, their performance helps ground the film, and the narrative, seen from the eyes of a nurse who parts with each of her men in her life, offers a sufficiently refreshing twist and a new and valuable point of view to the war.
In something like this, I am coming back.
Roland!
Number 7, 1917-2019. The latest World War I drama, 1917, was directed by Sam Mendes, who also co-wrote the screenplay with Christy Wilson Cairns, based on the stories of his grandfather, a World War I veteran, told him. The plot follows two soldiers as they attempt to deliver an important message to call off a doomed defensive attack. Critically praised and considered to be one of the best films of the year, 1917 received numerous accolades, including 3 Oscars. Number 6, The Red Baron, 2008. Manfred von Richthofen, also known as the Red Baron, was a fighter pilot with the German Air Force during World War I. One of the most widely known pilots of the time, he is considered the ace of aces in the war. The film, loosely based on his life, follows von Richthofen, played by Matthias Schweighöfer, as he falls in love with a British nurse played by Lena Headey and reconsiders his role in the war.
The Diable Rouge or the Red Baron. Why is that?
Number 5, The Trench, 1999. Starring a pre-Bond Daniel Craig, The Trench follows a group of young British soldiers as they prepare for the Battle of Somme, one of the most controversial and deadliest conflicts in the war. Paul Nichols, James D'Arcy, Cillian Murphy, and Ben Whishaw co-star in the William Boyd-directed film. Number 4, Oh What a Lovely War, 1969. Musicals and war aren't two genres that usually go together. However, Oh What a Lovely War manages to mix them quite successfully, creating a shrewd and biting satire of war. Helmed by Richard Attenborough in his feature film debut, it stars a massive ensemble cast that includes Maggie Smith, Laurence Olivier, Vanessa Redgrave, and Ian Holm, among others. It tells the story of the Smith family whose cheery view of the war changes after the 3 children experience the horrors of the battlefield. Witty and poignant, Oh What a Lovely War is a decisively anti-war film that stylishly delivers its message while still providing a unique look into the perceptions of the British working class during the war. Number 3, Paths of Glory, 1957. Paths of Glory is a 1957 anti-war film directed by the legendary Stanley Kubrick. Based on the novel of the same name by Humphrey Cobb, it stars Dirk Douglas as Colonel Dax, who must defend the French soldiers as he commands and who he refused to go ahead with a suicidal attack against a charge of cowardice in a court-martial. Number 2, Lawrence of Arabia, 1962. Based on the life of British archaeologist, army officer, diplomat, and writer T.E. Lawrence, the film follows the titular character's experiences in the Ottoman Empire's provinces of Hejaz and Greater Syria during World War I, including his involvement in the Arab National Council. Widely regarded as one of the best films ever made, Lawrence of Arabia stars Peter O'Toole in a performance that Premiere Magazine considered the best of all time. The film's unique portrayal of nationalism and identity struggle continues to be relevant to this day, while its engrossing storytelling remains a staple for film lovers.
Word. When you would have to go to the War Museum to find who Allenby was. You're the most extraordinary man I ever met.
Number 1, All Quiet on the Western Front, 1930. A pre-code anti-war film, All Quiet on the Western Front, was directed by Louis Milestone, based on the 1929 Heinrich Maria Remarque novel of the same name. The plot follows a group of young German soldiers who are convinced to enlist in the war by their chauvinistic teacher. Brutal and harrowing, the film is a pitch-perfect portrayal of the gruesomeness of war and the ultimate vanillity of it all. Led by an unforgettable performance by Lou Ayres, All Quiet on the Western Front ranks as one of the most morbid and realistic portrayals of war. An experience that remains powerful and relevant. 90 years after first premiering on the big screen. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.